Hey, what's going on, fellow currency lovers? Let's jump right into another bill search video. I've done these a few days apart, maybe a week apart or so. I'm going to try to speed them up to do a couple a week, get back to the good old days. And then also a bunch of little supplementary videos that cover recent auctions for coins and bills, as well as news for coins and bill redesigns, and just kind of things in the money world coming up in the near future. But let's jump right into it with this Series 2017 $1 note. Really folded up, really beat up, as quite a few of them in this bill search are pretty beat up. This is my pocket change, so it's stuff that gets picked up and change at fast food restaurants, gas stations, and at my comic book and coffee shop. Nothing crazy going on there. Really good actual, like, print and depiction on it, despite the folds and stuff. Nothing really jumping out on the back. 2013 series $5 note. So after the early 2000s redesign, things to look for in this is issues with print of the seal around the serial number and stuff. One second, there we go. Beautiful. So I put a little light action on there, so it's early. I forgot. Sorry. Anyway, things to look for is right around the seal and where all these different graphics kind of come together. There's sometimes some print issues, so take a look around the seal and around the right to where kind of Lincoln's looking. But right in this area around the shield, you'll see where these little dots are at, where excess ink was kind of shown, or printed down rather. If it's really blurry or obscuring parts of the bill, you might be onto something collectible or an error note. A little bit of a press through on the serial number, but nothing crazy. Let's go on to the next one. Kind of flop these around. There we go. Another folded up $1 bill. Kind of hard to make out. Sorry about that. I'm not trying to put my hands all up in the thing, but hard to see. I'll have to hold this one really folded up. Series 2017, there's 2017 and 2017A, so two different portions of the same series. Nothing really crazy in the serial number. Little bit of damage and stuff from circulation being folded up. Little bit of shift in the seal to the left there, but nothing crazy. And then, other than that, print looks pretty good on the front of the note, back of the note. Little bit of transfer. This looks like probably was ink that transferred off the note to a note that sat below this one shortly after printing. And a 2013 series $5 note. So I think the same series as the previous one. I really like these fives. I think the enhancements to graphics on these $5 notes is really neat. And the depiction of the U.S. seal, and then the Lincoln Memorial on the back, kind of to coincide with the portrait of Lincoln on the front of the note. They mainly did the redesign just to kind of redesign it, but also kind of coincidingly with anti-counterfeiting measures, since fives were one of the most, if not the most, counterfeited bill during those redesign years. Kind of a cool serial number, a good repetition of 5s and 3s and 2s. Or I guess 3s and 5s, rather. But nothing crazy jumping out from the front of this note. Probably the cleanest $1 note we've had in this series. There's that 2017 A series Federal Reserve note. Other things to keep an eye out for are the little annotations around the note, different plate numbers and positions for printing that are shown on the note. Sometimes those won't get printed appropriately. This is wet ink transfer. You can almost make out Washington's shoulder there. So this is just a transfer of ink from one bill to another. They print thousands and thousands of them. Good. What do we got here? Nice little Trinary note. This is kind of cool too. 59339593. So a trinary note. That's where the same three numbers are in the serial number. A little bit less collectible than, say, a binary note like we got in the last video. And of course, there's other fancy serial numbers that are far more superior as far as pattern that's in the serial number. But this Trinary note's very clean. This $20 note, despite a little bend, is in really good shape overall as well. I really like that serial number. I'm going to hold on to this guy. Good depiction of the White House in the back. Really clean $20 note. I like it. I'm going to set it aside. Moving on, Series 2017, $1 note. Nothing really crazy jumping out. I'll go a little bit quicker. And nothing crazy. We came across a really cool older $1 note after I said that we won't really come across old notes in bill searches as often. And then like right after that, there was like a 60s series $1 note. So spoke too soon on that one, but it was a cool note that was like 2 or 3 videos ago. We talk a little bit about the history of $1 notes in a video that I did maybe like 2 years ago now. I might need to update it, but not much has changed with bills in general, let alone $1 note, in a while. Really beat up on the back there. And I'm just holding these. I mean, it's because they're super folded up. I mean, I might be able to kind of fold it back to life here. That way you're not having to look at my hands the entire time. Series 2017 as well. A little bit of wet ink transfer on what looks to be his lip. He spilled some ink down his lip. That is not an error. That coloration of ink there is not what is used in the production of U.S. currency. Kind of cool. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a broken up way. A little bit of a broken ladder. I wouldn't say it's super collectible, but I might hold on to it for now. It's kind of neat. Broken ladders are just that. A ladder bill is where you have like 0 through 7 or whatever. And on a ladder note, they should be in order. So you'd have like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the serial number or vice versa. In this case, it's broken up and you have some repetition of digits in there, but still kind of a, I don't know, weird, wonky, broken ladder with 0 through 5. So that's really cool. I'm going to look at the back of the note, see if anything's crazy jumping out at me. I like to take extra note of the front and back of the seals on the $1 notes, as you might get some misprinting going on. I think we found a little bit of that in older videos of mine. Another Series 2017, pretty clean printed. Nothing jumping out. Back of the note. Looks like the rest of these might be $1 bills, so we'll get some good comparison at the end of this video between notes that are in the same series, but can see a variation in condition as well as collectability. Here's a 2009 series note. Nothing crazy. Almost a broken ladder if we had a couple little different digits there. Pretty clean. Little bit of a shift in the seal down and to the left, but not enough for me to hold on to. And the back of the note looks good. Getting down there. 2017, $1 note. Nothing in the serial number. Other things I like to look for are shifted prints in the whole bill. So like if it's sitting low on the margins, to the left or the right, up, down, you get the deal. Same as on the back of the note. Nothing there. Kind of cool in the middle there with the 5s, but if we collected that type of serial number pattern, we'd have 1 billion notes in our collection, all worth a whopping $1. Really good repetition notes or fancy serial number notes can garner a lot of money. I've had ones that started with 0s and ended with 0s with like 7s in the middle, and I sold that for almost 8 times the value, and it was a $20 note. So it goes to show, and that was like 6, 7 years ago. So, I mean, I've sold notes since then that are similar in fancy serial number for far more money. So check that out. Also in the coin groups I'm a part of, there's a couple people that share really neat ones, misprinted serial numbers, stuff like that have gone to heritage auctions and stuff, or auctions of the like, and garnered thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. So it goes to show that, you know, coin searching's awesome and you can find a lot of valuable coins, but I think people sleep on banknote searching and how much money you can turn, for example, this $1 bill into if it was something collectible. 2017 series bill, nothing nuts there, nothing on the back. Last but not least, a little bit of repetition of 5.9 in there, but nothing to call home about. 2009 series $1 note, really beat up. I think the most beat up out of the 2 or 3 that are in this bill search. Let's look at the back of the note. A lot of the ink has rubbed off of this just from circulation. It's definitely been wet at some point too, so it's lost some of its durability. Nothing crazy there. Let's look at what we are going to hold on to. Basically kind of a weird broken ladder. Let me know what you think about that in the comments, especially if you've come across better ladder notes than this one. I would not say it's super collectible. I just think it's more neat than anything else. And then the actual one that we're really jonesing about for this video is the Trinary $20 Federal Reserve note. This one's really clean too. So 3 numbers repeated in the serial number is a Trinary fancy serial number. Not necessarily the most valuable fancy serial number, but nonetheless one that I think is really neat and is going to make its way into my collection for a little while at least. Let me know what you've come across in your coin and bill searches in the comments below. Otherwise, you are all awesome people. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoy money like I do, and I will see you in the next video. See you later.